rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1006, Shaw versus Shaw.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay. Amelia Shaw, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
So our daughter has been living with me for 2 years. We're separated, and she's currently not paying any child support. And I thought maybe she would grow up, but I guess it's time to force her hand. So.
Okay. Any reason why you're not paying?
This case is about to get heated. A father with full custody for 2 years is done waiting. He's taking the mother to court for child support. She claims she's broke, but the judge isn't buying it. Why? Because she's spending $2,000 a month on music festivals while giving her child nothing. Priorities matter, and today, the law is catching up.
She makes a lot more money than I do.
Okay. Is that your only reason?
Mm-hmm.
You know it doesn't really work like that, right?
Well, I spend a lot of time, I'm trying to build my career. I'm a hairstylist.
Okay.
So
congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I travel a lot. I don't have a lot of extra money.
When she says she travels a lot, she's at music festivals like every other weekend.
Every other weekend is a bit excessive.
It's networking. I'm trying to do hair for bands.
Let me ask you a question. How much are these trips costing you every other weekend?
Probably close to $1,000.
Close to $1,000, and you're going twice a month?
Yeah, sometimes.
You're spending $2,000 a month to go to music festivals when you could be paying child support. So that means you can afford to pay child support, right?
Well,
yeah. That means that, right?
I mean, yeah, probably.
So what's the reason that you're not paying? Because it can't be that she makes more money when you obviously have the finances to do it.
Well, if I'm being honest.
The father lays it out. 2 years of raising their child alone, covering every expense while she contributed nothing. First, he hoped she'd step up. She never did. Now he's demanding child support. She claims she's struggling, yet she's spending thousands on music festivals. That's not struggling. That's avoiding responsibility. The judge sees the truth. No school fees, no medical bills, no support at all. This isn't about hardship. It's about neglect. And today, the law won't let her dodge it any longer.
You are?
When we talked about having a kid, she was sort of more enthusiastic about it than I was.
I'm the biological mother.
I'm trying to figure out.
Biologically related.
But I'm trying to figure out, what does that have to do with anything?
Well, it's kind of more on her, if you think about it.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
Because I gave birth to
I don't even understand what's going on right now. What do you mean that it's kind of more on her? It's your child too.
She wanted it more.
But you wanted it too, right?
Yeah, you were on board with this.
I was.
So you're going to still be on board with paying child support then? Because it's still your child. You don't get to pick and choose when you want to be a parent. It doesn't work like that. If you can spend $2,000 a month to go to music festivals, you can definitely pay her child support. And if you're out of town every other weekend, how are you seeing that child as much as you proclaim? That doesn't make sense.
I FaceTime.
She's drunk when she FaceTimes. Half the time I can't hand the phone over.
Indulge from time to time.
Right, and I am not buying anything that you're over there talking about. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get straight into the child support, and you are going to pay, okay? And I know you have the money, because according to your tax returns here, you make about $800 a week, right? Okay.
Now it's her turn. Her defense? She's building her career and doesn't have extra money. But her spending tells a different story. The judge isn't buying it. If she can afford luxury travel, she can afford child support. Then she drops a bomb. The child is more the father's responsibility because he wanted it more. Silence. The judge's face says it all. That's not how parenting works. She had this child. She's responsible. Period.
So I have your gross at about $3,200 a month. So you can afford to pay child support because you're spending $2,000 of that to go out of town, and that's based on what you said. That's not based on any calculation yet. Okay? All right? How many children?
Just one.
Just one child? Okay. So I have your net at $2,474.58. Who pays health insurance?
We have Medicaid.
Medicaid? Okay. So Medicaid has to be reimbursed to the state because that is a state benefit. So you are the one who is going to reimburse that money to the state. So what I have to do is take 9% of your gross, and that'll give me the health insurance amount that you'll reimburse to Medicaid. Comes out to $288. So when you add that to your monthly child support obligation of $494.92, that gets $782.92.
A month?
Yeah. You spend $2,000 a month, right? Yeah, exactly. So you can afford it.
I think one music festival a month is enough.
And maybe you should take your daughter with you to the music festival.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Oh.
I don't trust that.
Oh. Well, you know, now that she's paying child support, you really can't dictate what she does on her weekends. It's kind of how it works.
I just don't think that's a safe environment for a 3-year-old to be in.
It may not be, but until something actually happens, you can't dictate that. You wanted child support, you gave rights. You pretty much gave birth to a visitation rights. You understand?
Yeah.
And child support and custody are completely different. So that doesn't mean at any point, if she stops paying, that you can start denying her access to the child. It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
You all understand? Okay, anything further?
No, ma'am.
Anything further from you? Okay, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
The judge doesn't waste time. Child support is ordered on the spot. She now owes $782.90 per month, including Medicaid reimbursement. Her face says it all. She thought she could avoid this. Instead, she's walking out with a bill. Parenting isn't optional. The judge didn't care about her excuses, only who's been providing for the child. She tried to dodge responsibility. Now the law is making sure she pays.